Nagi, just after scoring a phenomenal goal versus the Japan under-20 in blue lock, and it was epic. So many good stills from this. I didn't know which one to draw, so I picked this one because it was like he had the most intense look on his face. A lot of hair, our boy Nagi. So we'll draw his big eye. A lot of the other eyes covered, so improvisation might have to happen. Anyway, landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if we go too fast. I've tilted it so his eyes are kind of square on us, like in the anime it's like gone that way. So I think we'll do it sort of more straight. With the pitch kind of level, you know, the pitch is like diagonal that way. So let's try this eye of his. So we'll try the eye we can see the most of. And he's very big, thick eyelashes. It's just the style in blue lock. Go diagonal, right? We're around the center point of my page, by the way. And then we'll bring this across. Like he's very flat sort of eyelids. And then there's a big curve down here, right? And it's like a spike basically. So like spikes around. And then there is a little line here. So that's like the basic shape for his eye. In anime, you usually thicken up the eyelid lines, right? So, and they're quite thick in blue lock, right? So it's quite dark and heavy eyelids. And I think Nagi's are actually darker and heavier than some of the other characters even. And they do a thing in blue lock where they add an extra line down here, right? So will I do it? Yeah, might as well. Okay, that's what we're dealing with for the eye shape. The iris then, quite a big grey eye, half circle coming down, or a semicircle coming down from his top eyelid line. And then his pupil just kind of touches the top. Like so. And then they actually draw in iris lines. And then this is like stays white in this shot and it glows. So it's up to you if you want to color that black or do a sort of a glow effect when you're coloring. It's usually black, but we're going to leave it white for this one because it looks more intense. Now it's all hair coming down here then. So you have a choice to draw hair first and then do what we can see of eyebrows underneath. But I think for this one it might be easier to draw everything and then hair over the top, right? So there's a top eyelid just coming across here. And then I think we just have his eyebrow. Now I'm kind of adding this myself. You can't really see it in the shot anime. So most of this is erased or colored over underneath his hair. So that's his eyebrow. And he's got a big eyelid line just in here. Okay. So like a very unimpressed eye. He's got like a big piece of fringe coming down across his nose, right? And you can't really see anything else in underneath this. So I might do the middle fringe part first and then the other eye, because it's kind of an important, it looks important anyway. So this is tricky. Well, I get his nose in the right place first, actually. So his nose line there, just so I know what I'm covering. Bridge of his nose, right? And then nostril there. Okay. So then you can kind of guess his eye will be like in this space, more or less, right? but the hair covers. So we'll just go down with the hair. About here, right? So a hair spike, and then a couple more hair spikes. And then a bit that comes up that way. And then there's obviously more that'll come sort of across his head, like starting kind of like that, okay? But that other eye is in under here, mostly covered. So let's see what I can do. So we'll go that way, I think. And this is like the top eyelid, it's quite thick. And then we have like the first spiky part. So iris there. And then a spike down this way, I think. Okay. And then the bottom part of his eyelid goes that way. How does that look? Not bad. Looks like it's in the right place anyway. And then he does have that other hook somewhere down here, which may end up being sort of covered, but I'll put it in anyway. So then the grey iris, starting there, it looks like it's stretched a bit. I wonder if that's intentional. But we'll go more round, I think. I think it's more anatomically correct, really. And then he's like looking out from under his hair. So try and get it sort of the same sort of size. It's another sort of glowing white circle just in here. Okay. And then some more sort of iris lines coming around it. There's more hair that even covers this. So you can only see like a little bit of his tiniest little bit of his eye is visible. And then we could see an eyelid line or two. Can't see any of his eyebrow. Is that his eyebrow? Maybe. That could be his eyebrow, but I'm not sure really. So that's what we're dealing with for Nagi's eyes. Challenging enough with the hair, so take your time. So his mouth is very thin and small, just below the nose, probably like the size of it, the tip of his nose, go down that again, and then his mouth will go, that's like downturned, sort of like pouting kind of a thing, and then a bottom lip that's real small as well. And then his chin is kind of pointy down here. So that's the center line for his head. Always curves. It's never like straight, you know what I mean? It's a round object, a head. So we're in 3/4 pose, so that means we've got a jaw on this side and his cheek on this side. So you go diagonally here. His head is tilted way forward, so the jaw goes up on the face. Usually your jaw lines up with your mouth if it's straight, but in this instance, we line up the edge of the eyebrow and the edge of his like nose, like the line up with the height of the nose. That's where it changes direction. It goes up there. And then the other side's different, right? It curves in, then out, like that. And then it goes around his cheek and up his head. So it's a very sort of curved facial line. Like so. Might be a bit thick with that line, but that's the idea. I might make it a bit thinner. Yeah, so sometimes if your lines are a bit too thick, it can look like a shadow and that makes it look strange. But that's sort of the shape we're dealing with. So in, out, up. And then this one just goes straight and then changes direction about nose level on the side of his eyebrow there. Then we got his ear. Your jaw connects to your ear. There. And again, lots of hair spikes, right? So we might as well do his fringe now. So we go down, across, and just keep adding. So this, again, it covers most of his eye, basically. But less on this side, really, than the other side. Okay. And you can see maybe a few ear lines. And then the rest of his hair. So top of his head is kind of cut off, so I'll have to invent that. But we'll just go for it, right? So you start spiking. And then start going around, and then there's some inside here. But we'll just start adding them. There's no easy way of doing this, really. You just have to copy it as best you can. There's no trick to it. They kind of look like shark fins a bit. And his head will go right up to the top of my page. Okay, quite a lot of hair. And we just keep going. So back here it'll get a bit confusing. So I'll pause that and we'll just start adding some around the other side and see how we go. Because they crop that in the anime. So it'd be better to have a better view with the rest before I start making stuff up from my head. So we're getting into making stuff up territory now. Okay. And there's some more spikes in here. And there's like some textures going that way, and then here more. Spikes down there. Okay, so I assume it'll start to curve now this way. So we go maybe like this. we'll just kind of copy the other side. And the good thing with hair is that it moves and stuff, so even if we're not the most super duper accurate to what they would do in the anime, we should be able to get it quite close. And that's not bad. Now, so his fist, arm is in the air, shoulder going down here. So we have a collar coming across the neck. It seems to just go down in here. And then it goes up, and he has like a long sleeve underneath. So I played soccer for years. The goal Nagi scored is practically impossible in a competitive game. But oh my god, what a goal. This is what anime does so well. Impossible things. But it's awesome. He's Art.Simple in there, and he's got like another collar part there, and then neck muscle. And maybe another neck muscle just in there. So the shoulder starts to go down that way, like that. And then we have like some folding clothing lines, just all like going down that way. And then loads over here, coming around the shoulder. And then his armpit will go just up here. And of course, Blue Lock has all these sort of different shades of darker blue up here. That's color, really. They don't draw it in. His armpit there. And we can just like see his sleeve. Goes up behind his hair somewhere up here. And then, so his arm comes out this way. And then the other side of the tricep, I think, goes just up off this way. What a goal. Nagi. Nice to meet you, Japan. Epic. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.